Today I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favorite houseplants of January 2025. My first list of favorites in the new year. I hope you enjoy. Hello everyone, welcome to my jungle story. I'm Jacqueline, and yes, like I said, I'm going to be sharing my top 10 favorite houseplants. Some of them are actually quite new additions into my collection, but it wouldn't be a true favorite list if I try and keep those out of my list. I don't know, I've just gone with how I feel, which is the plants that I have been drawn to this last month. And I have decided to rank them. I'm usually not one for ranking. Sorry about that, that's my dishwasher. I'm always filming when the dishwasher's on. What is that? I always like get organized in the house before I start filming because it just makes me feel better. Anyway, sorry about that. But yes, I was saying that I have ranked all of these plants. I'm usually not one to do that, but I don't know, I've kind of been enjoying the challenge a little bit, and it makes me appreciate those plants more if I rank them. And yeah, I don't know, I've kind of been enjoying doing that lately. So I'm going to start off with number 10 and work my way up to number 1. So coming up at number 10 is my beautiful Philodendron majestic. I have been so obsessed with this plant ever since I gave it a chop, because it was 2 moss poles, but the bottom was bare, like it was just stem. And ever since I gave it a chop, it's been giving me such nice growth. It's just, I mean, the size of this leaf as well. I need to give it a shower again because that's the only thing it does get. It doesn't get it bad. It's definitely one of my philodendrons that, honestly, I maybe have to wash this down every 2 months or something like that. But EFN with philodendrons, you know, that is present. But with this one, it's not so bad. But I have noticed there are a couple of specks, so I need to give it a bit of a shower. But this newest leaf, I'm just giving it a check over because I did some watering yesterday and I did notice some juvenile thrips on some of my plants. Mitch recently had an infestation. Well, not an infestation, but he did have it on most of his plants in his corner. So I'm just keeping an eye on the other plants. So yeah, I'm just checking everything, but I have been checking everything like a hawk anyway. So, but this leaf, it's so big and so pretty, and just like that sheen, oh, so beautiful. And ever since I introduced a grow light to this plant, it's pushing out, you can see there, that is going to be a big leaf. That is going to be a very big leaf. Ever since I chopped it, it's been a lot easier for me to keep up with watering the moss pole, whereas before I might have let it get a little bit too dry, and I've noticed that it's exploding in roots back here. Let me try, and this is very heavy because it's also living in semi-hydro. I changed it up from soil. I don't know if it's going to pick up with the backlight, but it is quite rooted in there. But yes, I recently put it into pon. I'm just checking to see, there weren't any roots. It needed to make new roots. I don't see anything happening there. But this leaf at the bottom has not died off. I thought it would because most of the stem is in the semi-hydro. So it seems to be quite happy. But yeah, it's just made my life a lot easier, and I just appreciate this plant so much more because before I was letting the pot dry out too much, and I started noticing that it was just not happy with that. It started to get like yellow tips, and now it's just looking so pristine and stunning. I need to honestly do some rearranging because I'm going to be getting some plants in an import soon that I want to put on moss poles, and I want to make more designated moss pole areas. Like I have my corner with my big Philodendron Splendid, and then I have by the north facing window, I've put a new it's not new, but I've put a cupboard there so my kids can't get to it, and it's like the perfect spot now to put moss poles. So it's very, very exciting. And of course, I will keep you guys updated on that and show you. I'll probably film when I do it. I don't know, we'll see what happens, but yeah, I really need to sort that out, and I want to put that one there because right now this leaf at the top here, it started to turn to the lights. I've installed new grow lights in my Alocasia corner, which I will show you in my Alocasia care day video. I am going to be filming that today or tomorrow, so that will be coming up soon, and I'll show you my new setup. But yeah, it started to turn, this leaf here, so I need to put it closer to the window because those lights are I only installed them for the Alocasia, so I need to move this one anyway. But yeah, this is number 10 and love it, absolutely love it. Such a beauty. It's just, I mean, look at that leaf. Just the leaves are so stunning of the majestic. Coming up at number 9 is the beautiful Alocasia tandurusa. It has, in the winter, given us this leaf. It is so big. Usually, we've had this one for probably, this is the 3rd year now, and we grew this from a seedling, not a corm, but a seedling. We ordered it online. So the growth of this one has been absolutely amazing. This is also technically one of Mitch's plants. This plant kind of went dormant every winter and it didn't really do much. And for the longest time, it was just like one leaf, and then the next leaf was so much smaller. And something that I started doing differently, okay, there are some rotten roots there that I need to pull off. It's stuck on my finger. You can see there some really nice roots, and it was not doing anything. I think I repotted this in, it's one of my more popular videos of 2024, the big repot video, where I repotted most of my plants in pond. Oh, you're very dusty. Yeah, this is living in Mitch's corner, so I don't really, he's been taking care of those plants, but I can see that I need to give it a good dusting. Plus this plant, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like Lexi hair everywhere because of the like tiny little hairs. Because of where it is, Lexi passes there and she like brushes up against it. This one is like it like catches all of the hair. But yes, anyway, something that we started doing differently, I didn't repot this plant or anything when it wasn't doing anything. I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna let it be. I have seen online that the tandurusa can be a little bit of a drama queen, just like a little bit slower than other Alocasia. So what I started doing was I actually started filling up the water reservoir more, because there was always like a small little reservoir at the bottom and it just wasn't doing anything. And I started filling it up more, and I started noticing that it was giving new growth, that there was a lot more root growth happening. And then it gave us this leaf, and now at the bottom here, it is also gonna do something there again, and this leaf is still quite fresh. It has hardened off now, but I don't know if you can see, it's still quite light green, so it's not completely hardened off. But the fact that, I mean, this is a little bit smaller than the last leaf. This is the last leaf, and that is quite large. So this is winter growth, but I'm still very happy with that, considering that this plant used to go dormant for us every winter. So still very happy with that. But yes, I've been absolutely obsessed. I've also given this one a grow light. Where it was before was in the corner in the north-facing window, and I didn't have grow lights there at that point. And I had an empty spot next to the Alocasia regale shield, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna put this one there because I think it will really appreciate that SANSI grow light. And it has, because it gave us this leaf. So, and no, actually, no, wait. Did it give us this leaf in the north-facing window? No, I think it gave us this. No, it didn't. It was in the north-facing window. So see, even then, it wasn't getting the best light. I mean, it was right up against the window, but still, most of the winter we didn't really, there's no sun there. And I have noticed that this one does like a little bit of higher light. So even then, it still gave us that leaf. So I definitely think that doing that differently with the watering, that did help. And I also always keep up, even when it wasn't giving us growth, I was always keeping up with fertilizing, because alocasias are the heavy feeders, and even when it wasn't giving me any new growth, I was still feeding it. So it was a diluted form, yes, but I was still giving it nutrients, because I wasn't just going to stop, because I think that would have shocked the plant completely. But yes, that is number 9. The most leaves we've ever had, and I don't see any signs of this one dying off. This one is very dusty, and I'm starting to think, I'm getting a little bit nervous. I think I'm just going to put this on the island, and after this video, I'll take it upstairs and give it a shower, because This one is a magnet for spider mites. It really is. So I just don't want it. I can't see any spider mites. I just, yeah, don't want it to get spider mites. So going on the island and being showered after this. Number 8 on my list is this Hoya. I never know how to pronounce this, so I'll put the name on screen. I'm not going to even try and attempt. But look at the size. Wait, how can I show you this best? Look at the size of this leaf. Like, look at that. Compared to my hand, it's actually bigger. It's bigger. It's bigger than my hand, this leaf. It's so pretty. This one took quite a while to establish. Oh, the sun is coming round. It's like hitting afternoon, so it's actually really nice that the sun is out for once. But you actually can't even, the sun's not even all the way around, and you cannot tell that I have grow lights on right now. I cannot wait for spring and summer. I really can't. But yes, this one just gave me this leaf, and lately it has been giving me a lot of new growth. You can see it's actually made a new shoot. So, wait. Here is like the main stem that it had, but there's a new shoot that's come out here. So this is all new growth. And I was a little bit worried because this new growth it's a lot smaller than the other growth, but it does look a lot healthier, and I can see it's starting to like sun stress a little bit. But this leaf, this giant leaf, is just, I can't get over it. I really cannot get over it. It's so pretty. This is almost touching the grow light in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet. But I've just been loving this Hoya. I really have. Actually, the Hoya that's standing next to it is also on this list. So they just love being super close to the grow light. I've noticed that all of the Hoya that I keep in my cabinet, the closer they are to I use the Planspectrum 16 in my cabinet. I have the Millsbo Tall. I've noticed that the Hoyas closest to the light, that they just love it. They love it. And yes, I would like to, I think, once spring hits and we just get a little bit more sun, I will end up putting it on the south-facing window, just because we have like a giant changing table here, and that is going to be going soon. We're going to do something different because it's just irritating me, which means I'm going to get a longer cabinet to put up against the south-facing window so I could put more plants on there, like more Hoya. More Hoya. Have I mentioned this to Mitch? No, he actually said himself that he wants to get like a bigger cabinet so he can put more plants here. Because it is, I mean, like whenever there've been 2 Hoyas in my collection now that have bloomed, and every single time he's been like, oh, that's really pretty, really interesting. Oh, that's my dishwasher, it's finished, yeah. So the fact that he said that himself, I was like, I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to take advantage of that big time. So yeah. The changing table's got to go. It's just so big and bulky, and yeah, we still use it, but we can still use the cushion, you know. I don't know. And there's been a lot of plants like in the vicinity of it that are getting bashed around because of the kids. So, I don't know. It's something has to change there, but I'm constantly changing things up. If you've been following me for a while, you know I'm constantly rearranging, doing something different. It's not that I get bored very quickly. I don't know, when it comes to my plants, I like changing them up, and mainly changing them up to give them better conditions, because I have so many plants, I'm not able to give every single one of them the best conditions. So I'm constantly thinking of ways I can change that. But anyway, I went off on a tangent there. Yeah, this one did not have the best root system when I got it, but there are some roots there that you can see popping out there. And yeah, I did take a risk and put a plant that did not have a very big root system in quite a big pot. This is a 9-centimeter pot. But I've done that with all my Hoya, and they've been very happy with it. So yeah, it's not complained. So yeah, this one had to make the list. I think this is the first time I've put this plant on a favorites list, but it's so pretty. I definitely think I need to give it a trellis because it's doing this. I don't know. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should put it on a trellis or just let it like hang? I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think most Hoyas like to trellis, but I don't know. I don't want too many trellises because I already have quite a lot. But yeah, that is that one. I need to water it as well. Next up is not technically a plant yet. I don't know. It's been growing really, really well, but this is the Philodendron hederaceum. I never know how to say it. I'll put the name on screen, but it's the heart leaf variegated Philodendron. And it's just recently given me this leaf. Look how pretty that is. This was a cutting that Svetlana from Fire in the Room gave me. We did a little trade over Christmas. It was so, so fun. And yeah, this was just a cutting. I don't think it had any roots. And look at that. Look at all those roots. Yeah, I even kept her little label because I just thought it was so cute. But it's rooted really, really nicely in there. There's 2 cuttings in here. And yeah, there's new growth here. This one was unfurling. This one here, when I got it. And yeah, it's just giving me this leaf. Like, how stunning is that? And there's already a new leaf there on the way. I love this so much. I cannot wait. I think it's got secondary roots, so I can pot it up now. I've just been waiting for a specific soil mix, but I've gotten it now this week. So I'm definitely going to pot this one up this week. It needs it, but it's so pretty. But even just like this little setup, I just think it's so adorable. It's so adorable. I just love it. Yeah, I absolutely love it. This one had to make the list. So, so pretty. And again, thank you Svetlana for this cutting because it's just so stunning. I've not seen this one in like garden centers or even online actually, unless I've not done, there probably is. I mean, I feel like in Belgium, or specifically the Netherlands, I have my fair share of options of websites and plant businesses and all that. So I'm definitely in a hot spot for that. I've not actively like properly searched for this, but I've not seen this. It's definitely not one, because if I had seen it, then I would have definitely gotten it. But yeah, I'm so happy with this one. So it had to make the list. Absolutely love it. Next up is a Hoya. So this is, wait, I've lost my count now. This is number 6. Yes, number 6. This is my Hoya wilbur graves, and it has given me so much. I mean, yeah, it's just one. It was a cutting. I bought it with just this one leaf here, but it has given me quite a lot of new growth lately. It lives in my cabinet, also very, very close to the grow lights. I also think this is so satisfying, like all of these, the little bumps, the little like aerial roots. It's getting ready to push a new little leaf there. Oh, one moment, my battery is going to die. Okay, I'm back. But yes, this one has given me a lot of new growth lately. It had quite a nice root system, to be honest. I can already see some little roots on the outside. And if you get, there's one there. But yeah, it was a tiny little cutting, but it did already have some roots. It was rooted in water. No, was it rooted in water and soil? No, it wasn't. It was in soil. But it did have quite a nice root system. I also repotted it with you guys. And yeah, it's been giving me a lot of nice new growth. It's definitely, I've been starting to feel like the beginnings of spring in my collection. I'm also going to be doing a walkthrough of my collection soon, and also a updated houseplant tour. So stay tuned for that. I'm very excited for that. It's coming up to a year since my first ever upload on YouTube. So yeah, I want to do a new houseplant tour for that anniversary. But yeah, this one, it's just been growing like crazy. And I don't really know what to do with it, because right now it's kind of growing in like a weird way. I don't know if I should put it on a trellis or if I just let it hang. This one does seem to hang like a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know what to do. What would you do? But I just absolutely adore this Hoya. I found this on a secondhand website, and it was actually the same person that I got my Philodendron glorious from. And yeah, she's got some really nice, wow, it is getting very bright in here. Got a very nice selection of like plants, and she actually used to live down the road of where I used to live. So I don't know, it's a small world. It's funny how things turn out. But yeah, when I saw this cutting, I think I paid 15 euros for the cutting with the one leaf. It did have really nice roots. and I just fell in love with the variegation of this one. Like, it's very, very silvery, very silvery. And as you can see, I was a little bit nervous because the first leaf it gave me was this one, and it's not super silvery, but as you can see, I'm very glad I got this cutting. It's just so stunning, so stunning. Because I've been obsessed with this one. It's so pretty, just like the silveriness. It makes this plant feel like it's, I don't know, from another world. It's just so pretty, and I'm very glad with the progress. I really need to water my cabinet, but it's been happy. It's been very, very happy. I'm actually going to, everything that needs watering, I'm not going to put it back in the cabinet. I'm just going to put it on my watering station because I do need to water, as I can see here. Yeah, honestly, with Hoyas, clear pots are my savior. Otherwise, I would have watered this plant way sooner, and I feel like I would have rotted. So I would have caused some root rot issues with some of my Hoya, 100%. So if you're struggling with Hoya, go for the clear pots. They have saved my butt big time. I think it's been like 2 weeks since I've watered this. So, but I usually do that with my Hoya, and they are fine with it. And the leaves still feel very, very plump. So I could probably still wait. I mean, this, I don't know, the thicker leaf Hoya I have a better time with. I do have a couple of thinner leaf Hoya, and they can be a little bit more finicky with watering, but I feel like I've sussed it out a little bit. I definitely keep them also in areas where it's a little bit more humid. So that also does help me out there. But yes, that's the Hoya wilbur graves. Number 5 on my list is this beauty. Oh, just look at it. Look at like the leaf compared to my head. That's like the best like way I can show you, I guess. But this leaf, I'm just speechless from this. Oh dear. Okay, this plant is too close to the grow light. Wow, I mean, just look at those roots. Oh, just like look at that. I've not had this plant for very long. I've probably had this plant for 3 months now. And yeah, I put it in a bigger pot. It was quite, because there's still older roots here, but I can see a lot of new roots here as well. But I currently have it on my shelf over there on the corner. But I have a SANSI grow light there, and I think it's a little bit too close to the light because there are some leaves here that are bleaching like a little bit. So I am going to move it. However, this is a newer leaf over here. Oh, wow. This is a newer leaf, and it's really nice and dark. So yeah, this was an older leaf that it came with. So actually that might just die off. I don't know. There are actually still 3 plants in here technically. I thought there were only 2, and I did that on purpose just to kind of keep it a little bit full. I took one out for Mitch, and his one has also just given us a really big leaf. This Anthurium definitely sizes up very, very easily. Unless it's just maybe, I don't know, maybe it's because I potted it and put it in a bigger pot. I don't know, but I feel like it could have also gone in a bigger pot because it had a lot of roots. It just sizes up so quickly. I mean, that leaf is stunning. It's huge. It's so beautiful, just like the coloring of it and the texture. Oh, it's definitely, I feel like it's the perfect combination of the luxurians and the regale, because it has the beautiful lobing from the regale and the texture from the luxurians. Oh, it's just so beautiful. I just absolutely love this plant. When I got it, I remember when I unboxed it, I looked at this leaf and I was like, wow, that is big. That is big. And actually that is, yes, so it had that leaf and then it gave me that leaf. Like, that's amazing. None of my Anthuriums have ever sized up this quickly. I potted it up in the Anthurium and orchid mix from Soil Ninja. So highly recommend. I don't know, my Anthuriums absolutely love that mix. It's just, yeah, those roots, amazing. And that growth, that big leaf. I've put it, that is actually an Alocasia shelf, but I've put this plant on there because that's my spot in the couch. And I don't know, that shelf is kind of designated for like my favorite plants. So I do change it up. Actually, it's been quite a while since I've changed it up, to be honest. This one's been living on there for quite a while. But I definitely noticed that this one doesn't need like the highest amount of light. As you can see, there was some bleaching going on there. This leaf is actually facing the middle of the room, like the darkest part of the room. Seems to be perfectly fine. So yeah, I love this one. Had to make the list. Just so stunning. Number 4 on my list is also not really a plant yet. It's a cutting that I got from my mom. But oh my word, I've been obsessed with it. I've been looking at it every single day. And what are you? Are you a bug? No, you're not a bug. You were just dirt. Okay, sorry. I was just checking there that was not a bug. But yes, this, I'm not going to attempt to try, the heuschkeliana. Is that the right way of saying it? I don't know. I'll put all the names on screen anyway. But yeah, this is a cutting that my mom gave me of hers. She actually bought hers in, when we went to the Netherlands. I filmed that as well. I went to the Netherlands and did some plant shopping there. And she found a quite nice full pot. I think she only paid like €6. It was ridiculously cheap. And I remember thinking, should I get it? Should I not get it? And I did regret like a couple of months later, like, oh, I should have gotten it just because it's the most adorable Hoya. I mean, it really is. Just those teeny tiny petite little leaves. It's so cute. And it has recently given me new growth, which I'm amazed that it's done this while it's been in water. I mean, I have been adding nutrients to this, but not a hell of a lot, to be honest. And I don't know, I just thought that I have been told by a couple of you guys that Hoyas are not very quick to give you new growth if they're in water, like they need soil or, I mean, I guess it's just nutrients that they need, and I have been adding nutrients to this, so maybe that's it. I mean, it was quite a nice size cutting that she gave me, and look at those roots. Like those aerial roots there as well. It's just amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And it has, wait, so this leaf here, this one here, and this one here, that is new growth. And as you can see there, it is a little baby leaf again. And I only just noticed, oh my word, it is, oh my word. Oh my word. Is this like typical for the, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you this because it's so tiny. But in, oh, I have to be careful with this now. In like that finger there, can you see that teeny tiny little leaf? In almost every single corner, there is a tiny little leaf popping out. That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. I love this Hoya so much. I'm so glad that I have this one. And I have also seen a couple of times online that this one can be a little bit more finicky than other Hoyas. So the fact that this cutting has rooted so well and it's giving me new growth, I'm just so excited about it. So I also have a Hoya care day in the works. It's on the schedule. I just have to get around to doing it, but I have so much. My Alocasias and my Hoyas are my favorite. So I always have a lot of work to do with them, and I've kind of been putting it off in the winter just because I've noticed that some plants that I've repotted in the winter, they don't struggle, but they just kind of almost go into like a sleep trance type of thing. They don't really do much. And I've noticed now, like the small beginnings of spring, I can see my plants just looking a little bit more perkier and giving me a little bit more growth than usual. But yeah, I've been putting off like the Hoya care and the Alocasia care just because I don't want to fiddle with too many plants. I kind of want to wait until I see the signs that they're slowly waking up, I guess. But yes, this little cutting had to make the list. I just absolutely love it, and I'm so happy with this progress. Another Hoya on the list. I have quite a lot of Hoya on this list this month. Yeah, I love my Hoya, so no excuse for it. But this is my Hoya polyneura. It looks it just, yeah, this whole vine, most of the, wait. Oh, yes it is. Okay, so when I bought it, it was just this. This is all new growth since I bought it. And I think I did that whole, was it October or November? It was one of the two. So this is all new growth, which I don't know. I've noticed that my Hoyas, they are still giving me new growth, but they're taking a little bit longer to give me new leaves. Like they'll throw out tendrils and you'll see the little bump of the beginning of the leaf, but it just takes a little bit longer. So they're still giving me a good amount of growth. But with this one, I don't know if it's just because it's in the cabinet and it's obviously a controlled environment. It's nice and warm in there. The humidity's up. It's also very close to the grow light. Like honestly, the grow light is like here from this leaf. It just, yeah, just continuously grew for me. And it's a couple of times now given me peduncles. I don't think that's going to do anything, but yeah, you can see there. If it's going to focus. There is a peduncle. There's a peduncle here by my thumb. There's also a beginning of a peduncle there. Yeah, they're teeny tiny and they've not done anything yet. Oh, there's another one there. I don't know. Wait. There's another one there. This shoot, oh my word, yes. Oh my word, that's right. Yeah, like I said, it was just this. This shoot here, this is also all new. Like how pretty is that? I don't know, I'm starting to think that maybe it's looking a little bit bleached. No, because those are quite fresh. Yeah, they're very soft. There is like a little bit of like almost splashiness going on because I did buy this as a variegated one, even though I am just labeling it as the regular polyneura because I don't know, it's also labeled as a regular polyneura, so I don't know. But there's definitely like on this leaf here, there's like on the edges some nice amount of little bit of variegation. But yeah, I'm not really bothered about if it's variegated or not. I think I still paid a pretty good price for the size that I got. But yeah, it's just been so exciting seeing that on all of this like newer growth. Oh, wow. I might need to do something with this because I don't know if I can show you in the pot there, but there's like a root, but it's very wobbly. Yeah, it's very awkward looking. I don't know, this is growing to the light. It did also at one point, it did have spider mites again, but I got rid of it very, very quickly. That concoction that I make, I don't know, I've lately been thinking maybe I should make a video about it because it does really, really work. And it's safe and it's been working. It does have a little bit of alcohol in it, but it's been working with spider mites because I've not had spider mites in my collection for quite a while now. The first pests that I've seen now that was within the last month is thrips, and I think that was from a new plant that I bought in a garden center and it had thrips. I think that's what happened there because it was very, very close together. I'm never going to know 100% sure, but you know what I mean. Oh, when the sun's gone and the clouds are coming in. Oh, it looks like it's really going to rain. Anyway, sun's gone for the day. Surprise, surprise. It's so typical. Like we just got solar panels and they're on this side, but the sun's not completely. It's so annoying. Anyway, like I said, I'm ready. I'm ready for spring and summer. It's just, I've had enough. You can see this leaf here. This leaf is like a little bit deformed. That was from the spider mites. So that was kind of like the first sign. And I think in one of my videos, I noticed it. And I wasn't 100% sure. Oh, okay. This is a perfect example of, this is a thinner leaf Hoya. I'm hoping that the camera is going to pick it up. But yeah, I want to show you when you know that it needs water. I don't know if you can see that like wrinkliness that turns up when you squeeze it. It's called like the taco test. I can mainly see it on the polyneura on the back of the leaves. So yeah, I need to water this one. But I don't know, those peduncles, they really, really excite me. They really excite me. So I'm hoping that this one is going to bloom for me soon. None of them have done anything. Oh, I've still got, like my throat is still not 100%. Oh, why does it take so long? Like the older I get, the feel like the longer it takes to get over like a stupid cold. But anyway, I love this Hoya, love it. Next up is a plant that is quite new. I've had this for just over a month now. I got this. This was my Christmas present from my Secret Santa, and my Secret Santa was Mitch. So he got me this beautiful. This is Alocasia longiloba purple. I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up, but what I expected with this plant is that it would be more silvery and that the newer growth that it gives you is a lot more purple. But you can still see on like the edges of the plant, like I said, I hope the camera picks it up. You can still see that purpley tinge, which is really exciting. I mean, this was a wish list, but I did not expect to love this one as much as I do because I'm absolutely obsessed with it, which is why it is number 2 on the list. It is doing something very exciting for me there. You see there, the beginnings of a new leaf. Oh, I'm so excited. So I pushed out this. This has got a specific name, and I looked it up the other day, but I can't remember it now. But it's basically what it does just before, because the leaf is in the middle there. But it's not killed off any of its older leaves. These two leaves are the older ones. But I don't know, I feel like this is going to be an alocasia that is going to size up very, very quickly. But I just love that. Like long leaf. It's stunning. It's still in the original pot, because I kind of just wanted to let it be. I can't see any roots at the bottom. And also something that I've noticed with my alocasia is that this time of year, they don't go dormant, but they just kind of stop giving me new growth, and they kind of switch and turn on the roots, like they'll give me more root growth compared to the other seasons of the year. So they've not gone dormant, but they definitely don't really, I mean, there are some alocasias that just continuously year round. Most of my alocasias, actually. Ever since I introduced more grow lights into my home, they've been happy. And also, one thing is my home is, I have floor heating, so my home is very, very warm. It's always very warm. We also have a giant south-facing window here, so when the sun does come out, it is even warmer in here, and sometimes the heating even like switches off in winter if it's that warm, just because of the sun. But even if the heating is not on, it's still different. Like the floor, it still feels different than if it didn't have floor heating. So it always stays really nice and warm here, and also at night it doesn't really cool down a lot. So I think that definitely works in my favor with my plants, and I'm very, very grateful that we have floor heating, and I'm glad that we made the decision to do that, because it is a job. It's a giant job. It's not just, okay, let's do floor heating. It's there were a lot of steps to take into consideration. So, but I'm glad that we did them. I'm really, really glad about that, because my plants, they're telling me that they're happy with it. They're happy. I mean, yeah, they're tropical plants. They like the warmth. The only thing is that my humidifier is on 12 hours a day. I have to fill that up. I have a 5-liter humidifier. It is on the whole time, and I have to fill it up almost every single day. So that is the only thing. Thank goodness I'm using rainwater, because otherwise I think our water bill would be absolutely insane. I also use the rainwater to water all of my plants, because again, water is very expensive here in Belgium. I don't know what it's like in the rest of the world, but it's very expensive. Anyway, I went off on a tangent there, but my point is that I wanted to leave this plant be until I see the signs, and then I can fiddle with it. But I think it's happy. It's not, it looks exactly the same as when I unboxed it. So, and it's giving me new growth there, which is very exciting. So I feel like maybe I can fiddle with it soon, or maybe I should wait until, I mean, that is fresh. So I could, if I do something maybe within the next week, I think it will be fine. But I think if I wait any longer, I might end up stressing that new growth out. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's, I don't know, on camera it doesn't do it justice. It really doesn't. It's just so pretty. So pretty. And then going on to number 1. It's actually funny. Number 1 and number 2 are 2 plants that I got from Downtown Plant Club. So I don't know. Maybe that's a sign. Go and check out that website, because they have the most amazing plants. But yes, this one is number 1. I can't even get all of it. And oh, that's heavy. Yeah, that's the longest leaf. That leaf is unfortunately damaged. Oh my word. So in my last plant chores video, I told you guys about this. I dropped this plant. So it was leaning on the edge of the kitchen island, facing the north-facing window. Mitch and I were doing a plant care day, and there was a lot of stuff on the island, and I was going into the back room constantly to get the stuff, because it's way too cold to repot anything in there right now. And I passed by, and I didn't hit this plant, but obviously the wind or something. This plant was severely root bound, but I don't think I've ever seen a plant as root bound as this one was. It was amazing. It had the most amazing roots, and yeah, I dropped it and I lost 3 leaves, and one of them was the newest leaf. That leaf did have the tip of it missing, so I was going to cut that one off. I don't know, I was kind of contemplating maybe I should leave it or not, because it still contributes to the plant. So I don't know, it's more of like a preference thing and an aesthetic thing, I guess. But I don't know, looking back, I probably would have left it, to be honest. But oh, this is heavy. This is really heavy. I'm just gonna hold it with 2 arms. But yeah, I'm gonna put it down a little bit so you can see some of it. But it's just, yeah, it's very big. But yeah, I dropped it. It lost 3 leaves, and the one leaf was the newest leaf. It was already damaged before when I unboxed it. But the other 2 leaves were also very, very big leaves. Like, they were the same length as this longest one here. So very, very sad. And yeah, my longest one here, that is damage from when I unboxed it. I also, when I dropped it on this leaf here, you can see it cracked. It seems to be fine, so I'm hoping it's okay. And this here as well, it's like that crack at the bottom. It's not done anything else, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. You know, it's fine, it's fine. But yeah, I'm very, what is that? There are some like shoots here. It's doing something, it's doing something. I actually left the moss on the top because I thought it was so stinking cute. I don't know. And I can see here. I put it in a very big pot, like it was in a small pot. And you can already see roots on the outside there. Oh, I can see another little point of a root there as well. Oh, that's so exciting. Again, this is the Anthurium and Orchid mix from Soul Ninja. I gave it, yeah, I decided to up-pot this one quite a lot just because I knew this was going to be one of my favorite plants in my collection. And this one will probably be in my top favorites of 2025. I'm pretty sure of that. I mean, yeah, we're only January, but I'm pretty sure of it because I've been wanting this one for over 2 years, and I'm so happy that I finally got it. It is sad. It does make me very sad about those leaves because they were big. I should have taken a picture, actually. They were so big, and I would have had a lot more going on at the bottom here. This is living on top of my Millsbow tall right next to my TV because I want to stare at this plant all of the time. I just think it's so, so stunning. It's so big. I've really been getting into the dark, dark foliage. And it does have this like dark, dark green. It's so, so pretty. I'm in awe of this plant. I really am. I'm so glad I have it in my collection. I guess it's a lesson learned, but I'm never going to change. I'm always going to be a klutz, and always, that day was like, you know, when you have, I do believe in if something bad is going to happen, it's going to like come in 3s, and it did that day. It came in 3s. But then that same day, 3 good things happened as well. So I don't know what type of energy I was attracting that day. I have no idea, but I don't know. It was a good and a bad day, but you know, it happens. It's part of it. So I'm not going to be too bummed out about it. I'm not going to think about it too much because then it does just really upset me that I did that. I'm such an idiot, but yeah, it still seems to be happy. So this is number 1 on my list of my favorites of January 2025. I feel like I've got Sarah's mom hair right now. This is usually how I put my hair up when, I don't know, it doesn't matter. Anyway, those are my favorites of January 2025. I have been so, so happy with my collection lately. I've also mentioned a couple of times I have some import plants coming in, and they are actually scheduled to be delivered today. So I'm so excited. I did buy 1 plant, but the rest were all gifted. So I'm so excited. These are like plants that are like stunning plants. I also love that they also picked them out for me. They especially went out of their way to watch my wish list video. So I'm just so excited. I cannot wait. So that will be my next unboxing. Hopefully it arrives today. It's been really good temperatures, actually. It's quite a good week, but I do think that they maybe took that into consideration as well. So I'm very excited about that. And I have a feeling that some of those plants are also going to be like my favorite plants because there are some wish list plants in these. So I'm very, very excited about that package. But I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Let me know about your favorites. What plants have been speaking to you? It honestly feels like quite a while since I've done a favorite video, but I always forget January is is quite a long month. I think there's like 5 weeks in January, or maybe it's because it's just the first month of the year that's why I feel like that, but I don't know. Let me know if you feel the same way, but I always feel like January is such a drag and such a long one, and I feel like so much has also happened in this last month, positive and negative, and yeah, it's been a weird month. It's been a very weird month, but doing these types of videos and talking about my favorites really brings me down to earth and really makes me appreciate my plants even more. But I have some plant care scheduled now. Hopefully, I don't have that much time left until I have to go and pick up my son. It's only half a day today, but yeah. Tomorrow I have a full day to myself, which I'm so excited about. I'm going to get a lot of plant care done, and I'm of course going to bring you along, so stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel. It's just a click of a button. It's for free for you guys, and it's a great way of supporting me. The best way to support me is to watch my videos. It's the views, the hours, and all of that really help me out. And I just want to say a big thank you to all of you who have been here for such a long time. If you're new here, welcome. I hope that you enjoy my channel and that you subscribe and that you come along with me, because I've made such great friends on here, and I just love chatting with you guys, love sharing everything about my plants. And I really hope that you enjoy my videos and my content. And again, if you have any ideas or anything you want to see from me, pop it down in the comments and I will definitely add it to the list of videos that I already have. But I also, if you are new here, you won't know this, but I do have 2 kids as well, under the age of 3. So I'm a very busy mother. I also am self-employed on the side, and I'm also working. So yeah, my life is very busy, but making this content and YouTube and all of that is just my scapegoat and my salvation, to be honest, because I've been having the absolute best time, and I cannot believe that it's been almost a year. So yeah, it's been a crazy year, but I'm very grateful, and I hope that you join me on my jungle story, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.